You said, how strong is Sora? Is this a Smash Brothers video or? Oh, it's like an actual, and is it like a, I was about to say, is it like this video, game theory? Let's see.
Go get him!
I mean, I don't know if you should be putting One Punch Man there as like a comparison, because I don't think Sora's anywhere close to as strong as One Punch Man. But let's just continue watching. Like, Sora's strong, but One Punch Man strong?
Hello everyone, it is your host, Seth the Programmer, and today we're going to be talking about how strong Sora from Kingdom Hearts really is. Now, for a series like Kingdom Hearts, a game centered around a kid with size 20 plus feet beating up emo anime characters and—
Bro, you know what they say about big feet? Big heart. You guys are nasty.
the darkness with a giant key, while accompanied by Goofy and Donald Duck, it could be admitted at least that the main writer of the series, Tetsuya Nomura, at least tries
That's how
to
Nomura
make
be
a cohesive
looking?
story and lore, even if certain aspects
Yeah,
are
he
argued
shop
by
at Hot
some
Topic.
people to fall apart, although personally I've always been a fan of most of it. And funnily enough, for a game so focused on the story and the characters, scaling and battles are quite prevalent in the series. They have characters blitzing each other, one-shotting each other, or even tanking attacks from characters weaker or slower than they are in cinematics, like some kind of crazy shonen Bleach anime battle. Examples being how badly Xemnas bullied Lee just after he trained for eternities with Merlin and Kairi, and unlocking his Keyblade.
Trained is an exaggeration. I'm gonna keep it a stack, bro. I'm gonna keep it a stack. When yo, this is why in Kingdom Hearts 3 I was pissed off with like how the plot went a lot of the time. Like they were insinuating in Kingdom Hearts 3 that Axel, or whatever his name is, Lee and Kairi were in like this training shit. I think that shit was cat, because when they got thrown into the fray, they really didn't do shit. Same thing with Riku. Riku didn't do shit either. And then same thing with Mickey.
Did you ban during the Cuphead game recently?
You said, how many peeps did you ban during the Cuphead? Actually, I didn't even ban anyone. I was having a lot of fun with Cuphead. I might play Cuphead maybe, like if there's really nothing else to do and if I still have energy tonight. But I had a lot of fun yesterday playing Cuphead. I actually want to continue playing it and see what the rest of the enemies are, but I was thinking about doing a short chill stream. Yo, I also want to play Scarlet Nexus, bro. Like I bought 4 of the DLC and I looked at the outfits. I like some of the outfits that it came with because they were all on sale too. They were all like half off.
This nigger Retro is built like a homo sapien. Knowing Retro, he probably thought I insulted him, but little does he knows I called he the scientific term for a human.
No, I know that. You says, you want to play the game that Persona copied? Yes. Okay. We're going to be looking at this.
Finally, without
thank you,
Xemnas even
Electric
using a
Lion for the
blade
resub,
himself,
and thank you,
which
Elder, for the
consistent
resub.
with Xemnas being even stronger than a hypothetical full potential Roxas.
What? We're the strongest ranking organization 13. Xemnas is the strongest, and Roxas is considerably strong. You include his potential. I mean, Roxas could have 2 Keyblades. Zaldin and I can't say that name are higher after that. However, when their strength is configured by preference, it's different than how it appears in the story.
With the Keyblade, in the words of Nomura, let alone Lee, or how Terra Xehanort absolutely bodied the rest of the cast with absolutely no difficulty, which was consistent with the idea that the Birth by Sleep cast was shown above what Sora had shown before Kingdom Hearts 3. As it was
I ain't
often
reading all
described
that.
the Birth by Sleep crew was designed to specifically show how a true Keyblade master would fight and handle their Keyblade. This alongside the fact that you can give the Lingering Will, the strongest enemy from Kingdom Hearts 2 lore-wise, you can give him a real body, Xehanort's mind, a massive darkness amp, and Xehanort's superior heart. It only makes sense that he would be slapping most of the characters in Kingdom Hearts 3. There's other examples as well, such as Roxas having 50% of Sora's power when he—
Yo, yo, wait a minute. Yo, I almost forgot that even happened. When did that happen in Kingdom Hearts 3? Lingering Will came in. That is how much of a blur that fucking game was to me. Lingering Will popped up in Kingdom Hearts 3, and he was fighting Terranort. He says Sora's so fucking OP, he fucks up Yozora. It was shoehorned in the end, bro. I'm trying to remember.
So on, but I think that should be enough to get the point across. There's unironically consistent, or at least prevalent, power scaling in this series being utilized.
Yes.
And this is something that
I can
needs
say
to be
that
said in almost any video game lore/scaling video, is that the game does not always accurately represent the lore of the characters and their maximum capabilities.
Yes. Okay. You know what? Now if you do it like that, it makes a lot of sense, because that's how I'm thinking. Because like I've played Kingdom Hearts. I played like the mainline ones, not all the spin-offs, but from what I've seen, I'm like, Sora's strong, but I ain't gonna say he broken, you know? But
this is true for almost any game with crazy series of power or lore. I went over this.
I still haven't played this game. I know everybody was on my ass like play this shit.
Able to show the full craziness of a character and their abilities. For instance, Cory Barlog explained in an interview that Kratos struggling to open a chest or a door, or even being damaged by normal enemies despite being able to overpower the hand of the guy that's holding the whole world, or titans that embody time, is more so for gameplay concessions and to make the game have a certain flow. In example, you can also point to games like Dark Souls, where you fight these demonic dragons or gods, and then suddenly you see a random hollow with a torch and he says, "Bring that ass here."
Yo, I feel this. I said the same shit, bro. I'd be like, yo, it'd be the most stupid ass enemies, like, and we're talking about OG Dark Souls. Mind you, I didn't even beat the original Dark Souls, and it's that one fucking enemy that just starts swinging like crazy, and that should be getting me mad.
In a similar sense, Nomura has made a few concessions as well. One of the more famous ones being when he stated, and quote, "It is too hard to express some battles as playable content, hence why the Birth by Sleep secret ending in Kingdom Hearts 2 was a scene rather than gameplay," end quote. This directly makes a distinction between gameplay mechanics and the actual lore of what's happening. Many game directors I know tend to also agree that it is difficult. From here, it's important to go over just what the Kingdom Hearts verse is, what is its cosmology, and so on. There's two arguments you can go with here. One is that the worlds that you play in are planets in a sea full of stars, as described in the Kingdom Hearts 3 English notebook. And two is, worlds are their own separate universes lined in a larger multiverse as stories, as world in Japanese, Sekai, can mean the world, society, or the universe.
No.
Arguments to suggest that they are their own universes, or at least cosmoses, or that each world has a very distinct sky system of stars, all of which look nothing like the world between, which is the space between worlds when you travel.
You said if you didn't do the limit cut episodes on critical mode, you didn't beat it. I don't care. I don't even know what the fuck you just said.
Is stated to
I don't even know what you just said.
Even though their whole gang resides in its own world. It's also stated to be impossible to traverse between worlds without a Keyblade, and it's supposedly a butterfly effect if you break order, by explaining there are other worlds. If they're just planets, this would make absolutely no sense at all. Ericus had to unlock the lanes between worlds for anybody to even travel in Birth by Sleep. Once again, if these were just planets, that would make no sense.
Oh my god, they're going
Zexion
into the
states that he
comics?
can't leave Bastion because he doesn't have the Corridors of Darkness, despite dummy ships easily having...
Nah, I didn't see it.
And as I said before, the game originally
I didn't even start Stranger Things Season 4. I didn't start it.
World, or the world,
I gotta watch it.
They mean the wider multiverse.
Thank you, Tony, for the 100 bits.
Worlds.
But I have to get in on that.
The icing on the cake, however, is in Dream Drop Distance. Riku and gang talk about worlds, and Riku talks as if it's common knowledge that worlds have different
flows
of
the world
time
ends with
and
you.
space, further cementing that these worlds are their own unique Disney stories with their own universes, rather than just planets all existing in exactly the same time space. Xehanort also hints at this as well in his journals, and it should be noted that parallel realms and even some worlds are often described as endless in size, such as the End of the World, which is the Heartless World, and the Realm of Darkness. Even Cinderella's world within the Realm of Darkness was conceivably endless in concept by Nomura, and it's also stated to have no time in said realm, and in which instances can last eternities. So with all of those details out of the way, we can safely begin on Sora. Now, Sora is a character that throughout the years has gone from being some twerp not worthy of his role to always surpassing the odds time and time again, and proving his heart and love
Yo,
for his
he looks
friends
so
is one of the
goofy.
most formidable in the verse.
Look at his pants.
And while those friends might be his strength, they are also his
Yeah, I don't know why as a kid I used to look at them and be like, yo, they have cool clothes. Riku look like a dumbass. What the fuck?
the most formidable in the verse. And while those friends might be his strength, they are also his weaknesses.
His pants
A boy
have
that simply
pants.
wants to protect those around him with no
It's like
sense of
double layered.
self-preservation. Someone who will sacrifice himself for others in a heartbeat over
His
and
pants
over
got
again.
overalls to
Whether it
other
be by
pants.
jumping head on to face the Heartless, running in to save his friends with a stick on the ground when everything had forsaken him, destroying himself to save Kairi, or even being content sealing himself away in the realm of
Oh
darkness.
yeah,
to
man. This
stop
man Sora
Xemnas.
killed himself, bruh.
In Kingdom Hearts 3, the darkness was now an unstoppable force of nature. The organization was stronger and more prepared than ever before, and Sora was powerless to stop both and protect his friends. The darkness would rip Sora apart on a conceptual level, sending him to the final world to vanish. In a moment where Sora had never felt such a moment of despair and powerlessness, in a moment where his very existence was going to vanish forever, he pieces himself back together through the echoes of those that had passed and those that were still in the realm of light, and immediately runs to destroy the Heartless Lich and save his friends with his newly obtained
Should Sora
power of
off
waking.
himself? Alright,
From here, I'll
spoiler
let Nomura
alert, but
explain
not really
himself
spoiler
what
alert,
exactly
because if you
that
haven't played
entails.
Kingdom Hearts 1, that's
Power
a
of Waking was
prehistoric
originally
ass
the
game.
Power to restore sleeping hearts. But
I don't
the
even want
force
to talk
to
about it.
restore
Somebody
his
else in the
friends'
chat.
fleeting hearts,
You know what? I ain't
reality
gonna
was
spoil it. Never
overwritten
mind.
by its influence, and a singularity was born. Because of this overwriting, the time axis where they were completely annihilated was made so that it never happened. Meaning Sora sacrificed himself
to be honest, I kind of forgot the context of what happened. Sora fought Riku, something happened to
But Sora
Kairi,
wasn't finished
and then I
yet.
think
He
he
still
wanted
had
to
to
give,
stop
I guess,
Xehanort, the
his heart to
organization, and the
Kairi.
darkness.
So motherfucker stabbed
Sora,
himself
with
in
his
the
new
chest with a
resolve,
keyblade
powers through the
to, I
organization,
think, bring
he receives
Kairi
help
back.
from alternate futures to stop the darkness that would
If
have killed
like
him
I don't know
before.
if
But Xehanort
I
was still in his
explained
way.
it properly,
Xehanort, a being
but
who
somebody in the
transcends
chat
time and
correct me.
space and has seen the endless worlds of the world, has acquired the X-Blade, or the Keyblade, a blade that is literally described as being
Kairi's
forged
heart was
between
inside of
characters with
Sora.
higher dimensional powers, and with it, he was
Dang.
going to reset the entire Kingdom Hearts verse back to zero. With the Guardians of Light, they're able to seal away Xehanort and Scala Kylum, and Sora, Goofy, and Donald fight against Xehanort with the powers of all Seekers of Darkness. Sora eventually cuts through all of them and even manages to defeat Xehanort in numerous one-on-ones until it's time to finally face the X-Blade. But eventually, Sora's friends save him this time, and they overpower Xehanort and save the verse from him. The Guardians of Light use their powers to travel to Scala Kylum and manage to suppress Kingdom Hearts with their light. At this point, Sora is a character that is considered a higher dimensional force that created the X-Blade, has fought beings that can destroy and recreate the entire Kingdom Hearts universe/multiverse, and can even rewrite said universe/multiverse while first learning how to use the power of waking. In terms of speed, he's able to fight characters in the realm of darkness, which is a realm with absolutely no time, meaning he somewhat breaks the speed formula of speed equals distance divided by time, since there is none. And some hearts can freely move through time and space to help others, and you'd think this would mean something to the community at large that has at all played these games, read their mangas, interviews, reports, guides.
That's
and
too
so
much
forth.
work.
Unfortunately, though, a lot of people still downplay what Sora is really capable of, even though it's very blatant from what I described. Some will say Sora can
Yeah,
only
but you
be
did
placed
mad
at
research. Like, you
in
read
these
the fucking
constellation
comics, you
levels,
looked at the
because
interviews,
characters
you
like
read
Zeus
all
can change around the constellations with
journal
the wave of
entries.
his
I ain't got
hand
time
in
for
his
all that
world and
shit.
so forth. But I always found this a little self-defeating. Not only is that a casual
He ain't
knockoff
beating
feat,
Mario in
this is
Smash
also
Brothers,
because
though.
By Kingdom Hearts 3, Zeus is considered a jobber, to the point that Sora, after losing all his powers from the Mark of Mastery exam in Dream Drop Distance, is the one that defeats Hades and his titans that bodied Olympus. This Sora is so weak that even Pete bullies him and says that he's out of his league. Pete! Yes, that Pete. Some people will try to say that the X-Blade is beyond anything else in the verse. However, this is untrue, as characters like Aqua have been stated to be able to shatter it with her D-Link before it was even starting to shatter from the Vanitas-Ventus battle. Xehanort losing with it, and so on. It wouldn't make much sense for Xehanort to lose or be even remotely affected by the cast with his higher dimensional Keyblade, if they weren't at least in the same realm of power or order of magnitude. If he was infinitely stronger, it wouldn't make any sense.
You said, I mean,
The
he can't
power
kill
of the heart
Sephiroth.
itself is often also
True.
overlooked. In the original Keyblade world, all of the light
Because when
was
Sora
destroyed,
beat
and all
Sephiroth
of the
at Kingdom
realm of
Hearts
light's
2, Sephiroth was
existence
just brushing off
destroyed,
his shoulder.
And the hearts of children hoping for the light to not fade recreated all the lights you see in Kingdom Hearts. It's kind of funny to consider that even the weakest characters in the series all have the potential to be absolutely insane, and this is also backed up by how most scientists, like Anson the Wise, who study the heart, state the heart has limitless potential beyond human comprehension that is simply hard to access the full potential of. It's even funnier with this scaling how almost every little shadow ant that Sora killed with the help of the future would unironically by themselves rip almost any shonen protagonist you can name to shreds on a conceptual level.
Who?
Maybe that Woody versus Jiren meme was kind of going somewhere. Anyway, I really couldn't have done this video without the help of my translator, PyGod, who read all 700 plus pages of the Kingdom Hearts
He making
3
it seem
Ultimate
like
and even
Sora
ordered
could
the
go
original
toe to
copies
toe
of
with
the
like anime protagonists. Like, don't get me wrong, Sora's strong, but I don't think Sora beating Goku. I don't think Sora beating One Punch Man. I don't think Sora beating fucking Krillin. Okay, that's kind of insulting. But I don't know, bro. I don't know if Sora just gonna start 1v1 in, you know, anime characters. You said Saitama's a gag character, bruh, which automatically makes him win. You said he could probably body Eren. I could see him bodying Eren. Luffy beating Sora. Can he beat Goku, though? You said Sora could kick Luffy's ass easy? Damn, doesn't everybody say Luffy is broken as shit? I don't know. I can't say Luffy is trash because I haven't watched One Piece. I've seen how he kind of looks when he gets, like, broken. He looks kind of scary. And by scary, like, it's like I don't even want to look at him because he looked kind of weird. You said Luffy strong, but Sora's winning? Sora can stop time, though? Sora ain't beating Dante or Bayonetta. And then somebody in the chat gonna be like, nah, he definitely beating Bayonetta. Nah, bro, I played Bayonetta 1 and 2. She broken as hell. I don't think Sora could fight Bayonetta. Bayonetta, she could fuck with time too. Sora could stop the rumbling. I think he could. I think he could stop the rumbling because if he could stop Xehanort and Xehanort doing all this fuckery, and all Eren is doing is just releasing a bunch of tall people that eats people, I think he could stop that. Bayo can slow down time. Sora can stop it. Oh my god. I don't know, man. I don't know.